Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's council meeting. Roll call, please.
Brewster.
Here.
Walters.
Here.
Warden.
Here.
Ewert.
Here.
Clothier.
Here.
Horton. Here. Myers.
Here.
Thompson.
All right, so the invocation tonight will be given by Jennifer Jones from Haysville United Methodist Church. Welcome.
Let us pray. God of wisdom and justice, we gather to seek clarity, fairness, and unity for our community. Grant this council the insight to make decisions that uplift every resident and courage to act with integrity and the humility to listen with open hearts. Bless our city with peace, safety, and opportunity, and guide us toward choices that honor the common good. In the name of Jesus Christ we pray. Amen.
Amen. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, so we have a special order of business tonight. We have several. The first will be a proclamation regarding Child Abuse Prevention Month. So I'm going to read it, then I'll meet you up there. This is Mayoral Proclamation, Child Abuse Prevention Month, April 2026. Whereas every family and child is filled with tremendous promise and possibility, we all have a collective responsibility to prevent adverse childhood experiences, ACEs, foster the potential of every child, and promote positive childhood experiences, PCEs. And whereas families who receive the support they need before a crisis occurs are better equipped to provide safe, healthy, and nurturing environments, leading to children who are safer, healthier, and more hopeful about their futures. And whereas primary prevention of child abuse and neglect can reduce the lifetime economic burden associated with child maltreatment. And whereas effective child abuse prevention activities succeed because of the partnerships created between child welfare professionals, education, health, community, and faith-based organizations, businesses, law enforcement agencies, and families. And whereas investments in prevention initiatives, such as home visiting programs, family strengthening policies, economic supports, and community-based child abuse prevention efforts, are essential to building safer, healthier communities for children and families. Now, therefore, I, Russ Kessler, Mayor of the City of Haysville, Kansas, do hereby proclaim April 2026 as Child Abuse Prevention Month in the City of Haysville, and urge all citizens to recognize this month by dedicating ourselves to the task of improving the quality of life for all children and families. Proclaimed today, the 13th day of April, 2026. I will meet you at the podium. So I do appreciate you both coming, and
We appreciate this. Thank you.
so you're welcome. Actually, we're going to get a picture.
Oh, first.
All right.
Excellent.
About to say who you are and who you represent in that.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
Appreciate being here. So,
Yes, thank you. So thank you for inviting us today and for signing the proclamation declaring Child Abuse Prevention Month. My name is Rachel Harper. I am the Assistant Director of the Prevent Child Abuse Kansas chapter at Kansas Children's Service League. And standing here with me is...
I'm Randy Lane with Department for Children's Family. I'm the Community Engagement Administrator.
And so Kansas was the first state to establish its own chapter 50 years ago. KCSL is also the Kansas chapter of Circle of Parents and a multi-site system of Healthy Families America. April has been recognized as Child Abuse Prevention Month since 1983, with the blue pinwheel adopted as the national symbol in 2008. Each year, KCSL, along with our community partners, coordinates statewide activities, provides support, and strengthens local efforts to raise awareness. Together, we work to foster community action and promote policies that ensure the safety and well-being of children and families. The national theme for this year's Child Abuse Prevention Month is Pinwheels of Possibility. celebrating the limitless potential of children and families when communities come together to support them. The spinning pinwheel shows us what support can look like when we put families at the center of that. Each turn represents the networks, programs, policies, and everyday acts of care that strengthen them and help them thrive. From home visiting to health and economic policy, every turn unlocks new possibilities, showing how supportive systems and communities expand what's possible for every child and family. In many ways, the pinwheel is also a call to action, highlighting the shared responsibility all our cross-sector partners have in centering families. Families, communities, policymakers, and organizations must work together to provide economic and social support, including affordable childcare, paid leave, and financial stability, community-based solutions, ensuring access to local resources and networks, and stronger prevention policies with investments that uplift families before harm occurs. Prevention isn't just about avoiding harm, it's about creating opportunities for families to thrive. Positive childhood experiences, including stable relationships and nurturing environments, help children thrive and mitigate adverse childhood experiences. Prevention is hard work, but it's also hard work. So to celebrate Child Abuse Prevention Month, you can help plant a pinwheel garden. It's a visual reminder of the world we want for all children to grow up happy, healthy, and prepared to succeed. And thank you again for having us and for signing the proclamation.
Sure, definitely happy to have you both here today, and appreciate the pinwheels that you left up here, so
Yep,
appreciate that.
thank you.
All right, next will be item B, proclamation regarding Public Service Recognition Week. So Public Service Recognition Week, May 3rd through the 9th, 2026. In honor of millions of public employees at the federal, state, county, and city levels. Whereas public servants at every level of government perform essential roles and work tirelessly to uphold the safety, well-being, quality of life in our communities. And whereas Public Service Recognition Week is an opportunity to express gratitude and appreciation for all the hard work and commitment of our public servants across all levels of the government. And whereas public servants work tirelessly with dedication, integrity, and compassion to uphold the public good, inspire trust and confidence, and enhance the quality of life for all residents. And whereas public servants represent a diverse array of occupations, including but not limited to accountants, public transportation workers, technology professionals, administrators, planners, laborers, analysts, clerks, educators, inspectors, parks workers, public utility workers, social workers, and countless others. And whereas many public servants, including military personnel, police officers, firefighters, and others, risk their lives each day in public in service to the people of the United States. And whereas some public servants are very visible in the community, others work behind the scenes to ensure that services are available to residents and processes are open and accessible to the public. And whereas without these public servants, continuity would be impossible in a democracy that regularly changes its leaders and elected officials. Now, therefore, I, Russ Kessler, Mayor of the City of Haysville, Kansas, do hereby proclaim May 3rd through the 9th, 2026 as Public Service Recognition Week in the City of Haysville, and encourage all residents to join me in honoring and recognizing the dedication, professionalism, and sacrifice of our public servants at all levels of government. Proclaimed today, the 13th day of April, 2026. So I do very much appreciate all the public service, especially at the city level. So without you, it'd be the city would be not working correctly, right? So definitely appreciate everything that you guys do. All right, next we have a proclamation of Arbor Day. Official proclamation, whereas in 1872, the Nebraska Board of Agriculture established a special day to be set aside for the planting trees, and whereas this holiday, called Arbor Day, was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska, and whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nation and the world, and whereas trees can be a solution to combating climate change by reducing the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cutting heating and cooling costs, moderating the temperature, cleaning the air, producing life, giving oxygen, and providing habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees are a renewable resource, giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products. And whereas trees in our city increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community. And whereas trees, wherever they are planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. Now, therefore, I, Russ Kessler, Mayor of the City of Haysville, Kansas, do hereby proclaim May 4th, 2026 as Arbor Day in the City of Haysville. And I urge all citizens to celebrate Arbor Day and support efforts to protect our trees and woodlands. And further, I urge all citizens to plant trees to gladden their heart and promote the well-being of this and future generations. Dated today, the 13th day of April, 2026. So speaking of Arbor Day, I'll bring it up later as well, but as I mentioned, Arbor Day will be celebrated on May 4th at 5:15 over in the Historic District. All right, next we have item D. Haysville Chamber of Commerce presents Recreational Department with the Champion of the Year Award. Welcome, Deanne.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor and council members. I'm Deanne Conkle with the Chamber of Commerce, the Executive Director. And Josh Wagner, our chair, could not be here this evening and he sends his regrets, so I get to do the honors. And you know, most of you know me, I don't usually need notes to speak. I can usually say what I want to say pretty easily. However, I want to make sure that what we said the night of the banquet is given out here tonight so Rob can hear. The Haysville Chamber of Commerce held its annual Community Stars celebration on March 28th and handed out several awards. The Business of the Year award was presented to Golden Plains Credit Union. The New Business of the Year was awarded to Wag Swag's Print Shop. The Volunteer of the Year went to the deserving couple of Tom and Brenda Gibson. And the Chair's Award went to Lindsey Brown with Farha Roofing. Our last award was the Community Champion Award, which recognizes those who go above and beyond to strengthen our community. A strong community is built on connection, care, and opportunities to come together. When we think about what makes the community thrive, we think of places that bring people together and the people who make those places feel like home. The Haysville Activity Center is one of those places. From fitness and recreation to social events and daily connections, the staff of the HAC create an environment where community truly happens. Their impact is felt every single day in Haysville. It is more than just a facility. It's a gathering place where friendships are formed, health and wellness are encouraged, and people of all ages feel very welcome. The staff's commitment to serving our community helps make Haysville a better place to live, work, and play. On behalf of the Haysville Chamber of Commerce, I'm honored to present the Community Champion Award to the Haysville Activity Center. They go above and beyond. We have our chamber meetings over there. Rob always takes care of setting up tables, chairs, cleans up. So they are great for our community, and we couldn't be more proud for them to receive this award.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. Oh, Josh owes me big time now.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Deanne.
Thank you.
Congratulations to the HAC. All right, next we have presentation and approval of minutes. Minutes of March 9th, 2026. That's for support.
Make a motion, we approve the minutes as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes of March 9th, 2026 as presented. Any discussion? Question, please.
Brewster,
Yes.
Walters,
Yes.
Barton,
Yes.
Ewart,
Yes.
Clothier,
Yes.
Parton,
Yes.
Myers.
Abstain.
All right, next we have item 1, public comment. Marla McGovney,
Yes.
did I say that correctly? The Child Start, regarding Child Start services and mission. Welcome.
Thank you for inviting me here tonight. And I do have my little pinwheels out in our front of our little Head Start too, because we also do the child abuse and prevention. But just a little bit about our program. I assume that's what you called me here for. We serve 50 children at this new location here in Haysville. We do need staff. If anybody knows anybody that'd love to go into early childhood. But we're here and we recruit, and it costs nothing for the parents to attend our program. I did bring some flyers like what I would do if I recruited, because that's what I normally would do. And I will leave those here with you. And we serve full day, 4 days a week, 7:30 to 4:30, Monday through Thursday. The kids are with us 9 hours a day, birth to 5 years old. Does anybody have any question? I mean, I could tell you the whole history of Head Start, but I don't think you want me to hear that one.
Well, tell us your location.
Our location, I did not bring that address, and I do not have it memorized. It is the old daycare that was here forever that somebody else had. I'm so sorry, I don't have that. I have your address, but I don't have mine. 984 Grand. Yes, that's it. Thank you. I look at it every day on my phone. But I have some business cards being made, and it will be on there, so I'll make sure everybody here gets one. But yes, we're there, and we have plenty of kids, so they're signing up every day, and they have to be income eligible to qualify for our program. So we serve the lowest income families in the community, but they get a very good education through Head Start. Does anybody have any questions about any of that? I wasn't sure what you wanted from me, so I just.
Well, just kind of, tell us about yourself, and do appreciate the open house you had.
Yes, you were there, correct?
I was.
I believe you were in the picture. Yes, we did have an open house, and I personally have, I started working for Kansas Children's Service League in 1998, working with early childhood, and then I got laid off from there after 14 years, and then I worked in long-term care for a few minutes, 8 months, and then I came to Child Start, and so I've been in Harper County for I started in 2014. So, but I'm happy to be here. I live in Cunningham. I know I drive a long ways, but I do it for the kids. I'm not ready to give that up yet. So when we transferred, that was an opportunity, and I wasn't ready to give that up yet. So I love the kids, and we're all about safety. Safety's our first priority. So child abuse and prevention, we're mandated reporters just like everybody else, and we do not mind making those reports because it's for the safety of the kids. So that's where my heart is, and that's where I've been all this time. And come and visit us. Come and visit the site. They remodeled it. It's a nice place for kids to attend now. They're still working on the playground. We do have playground equipment, but still have some improvement there to make for planting some good grass and stuff. So we're always asking for donations because we also get in-kind for. So just really fast, the government gives us 75 cents of every dollar, and the 25 cents of that dollar we get either back from the parents or the community. And the parents do it by reading to the kids or helping them set the table. They fill out little papers every day of time they spend with their children, and that's in kind. And all of that's 100% on your taxes if anybody ever donates or gives anything. So you may see me again asking for, some grass or something, but whatever we might need along the way. But we're just getting here. We just started January the 20th. I'm just getting familiar with the community. So far, I love everything that I'm doing. So, but if you ever have any questions, please come see us, call me, ask. We will be happy to answer them.
I appreciate being here tonight, and I appreciate Child Start being in the city of Haysville.
It's a good program. Thank you all for having me.
All right, thank you. All right, next we have item B, Steve Miller. 311 East Riley, regarding extended fireworks sales time frame.
Yeah, well, I'd like to thank everybody for allowing me to be here tonight. And I'm Steve Miller. My wife and I have operated a wholesale fireworks building since it opened 26 years ago. We use, right now we've been using the Campus Link crew to help us during the fireworks season, and this year we're gonna be using the men's and women's wrestling team to help us out. So service the community there. But anyways, I'm here on behalf of the celebration of the nation's 250-year anniversary. This will be going to be the biggest fireworks season ever, 4th of July. And what I'm asking is to extend the sales time frame just by 3 days. 2 days prior to, so it would be the 25th and 26th for open to sales fireworks. And then the July 5th, by state law, it would be able to sell and shoot off if that was permissible by you guys. Anyway, what the benefit to the city would be to help increase the city's revenue by being open longer. And then surrounding communities are all getting on board this year, like Goddard. They've already okayed at Andover Valley Center, and several communities are talking about extending the season permanently. But anyway, that's what I would like to see, just extend the season by 2 days. The first 2 days would be sailing only per state law, and then the July 5th would be sales and shooting if permitted by the council. All right, thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Thank you for coming. All right, next we have item 2, approval of licenses and bonds. We have none. Item 3, introduction of ordinances and resolutions. A, an ordinance vacating the minimum pad elevation within Lot 1, Block A, and K addition. Kelly?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. So this first request has actually been withdrawn by the applicant, so no council action is needed. It was withdrawn because the vacation is no longer necessary, since we won't be removing anything from the plat, just correcting the elevation through the attached affidavit, and that affidavit does not need council approval to be filed. With that, I can stand for any questions on that one.
All right, so it will be removed. So what you're requesting? Josh, do we need to vote on that? Or,
No, I just think that they don't want to move forward with it, so,
okay.
yeah, I think we're good.
All right, sounds good. Thank you. All right, with that, we will move on to item B, an ordinance denying a request for vacation of a portion of the platted utility easement of a certain real property located within the city of Haysville, Kansas.
So this vacation was reviewed by the Planning Commission on March 26th. It's for that utility easement along the east property line. The applicant is requesting this vacation because they built an accessory structure in the easement without a building permit and are thus in violation of our city code. The vacation request is proof of intent to resolve this violation. The affected utility providers, specifically Evergy, oppose the vacation because there's infrastructure in the easement that serves other properties. However, they don't oppose the accessory structure remaining in the easement as long as the structure will be removed when Evergy requests it. The applicant has been informed of this, and they also know that any costs associated with removal will be theirs to bear. So with that information, the Planning Commission did recommend denial due to Evergy's objection and the need to preserve the utility easement, and noted that the existing structure remains at the property owner's risks and subject to future enforcement or removal if required. The staff report, the minutes, and the site plan for the proposed vacation are attached, and I can stand for questions.
All right, anybody have any questions for Kaylin, or would anybody like to make a motion to just deny the request for the vacation? Councilman Mars?
I'll make a motion to deny the request for the vacation of the portion of the platted utility easement of a certain real property located in Haysville, Kansas.
Second.
So we have a motion and a second to deny this request as presented. Any discussion? Question, please.
Brewster,
Yes.
Walters, Walters,
Yes.
Barton,
Yes.
Ewart,
Yes.
Clothier,
Yes.
Parton,
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
All right, next we have item C, a resolution of the city of Haysville, Kansas, authorizing conditional use to permit the construction and operation of a vehicle storage yard on the west one half of Lot 1, Block A, Haysville Industrial Park Edition, Haysville, Sedgwick County, Kansas.
So this conditional use request was also reviewed on the 26th, and the Planning Commission recommended approval with staff's recommended conditions. Those conditions are that a detailed site plan be approved by the Planning and Zoning Administrator, addressing in detail the extent and use of the entire property, including the uses for outdoor areas on the property, access to the property, and fence height, location, and material. The property will also have to comply with all special use conditions for vehicle storage yards, and the storage of inoperable vehicles is not allowed. Those special use conditions refer to the all-weather surface or gravel that is required for the storage and the solid screening of the property. Both of those conditions are currently satisfied, but the applicant does intend to add more gravel to the lot and replace the existing fence with a solid composite fence. The staff report and minutes are attached, and I can stand for questions.
Anybody have any questions for Kaylin, or like to make a motion to approve the resolution? Councilperson Porter.
Make a motion, we accept the resolution as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to accept the resolution as presented. Any discussion? Question, please.
Brewster,
Yes.
Walters,
Yes.
Rodden,
Yes.
Hebert,
Yes.
Clothier,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
Next, we have item D, a resolution of the City of Haysville, Kansas, authorizing a conditional use to permit the construction and operation of a new 60-foot tall tower for a wireless communication facility on Reserve A, Grand Avenue Industrial Park, 3rd Edition, Haysville, Sedgwick County, Kansas.
This final resolution was also reviewed by the Planning Commission on the 26th of March. The Planning Commission recommended approval, provided that anti-crime safety measures or measures to prevent unauthorized access and documentation of compliance with all applicable FCC regulations regarding radio frequency emissions were provided. Public Works, our applicant, has proposed constructing a fence to meet those safety measures and anti-crime provisions. They've also provided staff a copy of their FCC license. I can stand for any questions.
Councilperson Barton?
So even though we made this tower behind us put up a solid fence, are we gonna put up a solid fence? Okay.
Any other questions for Caleb? Anybody like to make a motion to approve this resolution? Councilman Martin?
Make a motion to approve the resolution to the intent.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve this resolution as presented. Any discussion? Question, please.
Brewster,
Yes.
Walters, Rodden,
Yes.
Hebert,
Yes.
Clothier,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Myers.
Yes.
All right, next we have item 4, notices and communications. A, governing body announcements. Are there any announcements from governing body? Councilman Brewster?
Yeah, I've got the Haysville Community Library, their monthly calendar. Tomorrow is Holocaust Remembrance Day. On April 15th at 4 p.m. is the Lego Club. April 19th through the 25th is National Library Week. April 22nd is Earth Day. April 23rd is International Book Day. Also on April 23rd is at 10:30 is Parents' Teacher Story Time. Then at noon is the Chamber of Commerce Library Luncheon, which is always pretty good. And then on April 30th, we also have 3 events at 10:30. Will be Parents' Teacher Story Time. At 5:30 p.m. will be Friends of the Library Board meeting. And then that evening at 7 p.m. will be the Library Board meeting itself.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Any other announcements? So some upcoming senior center announcements. The commodities will be April 15th. Easter dinner will be April 17th. Women's fair outing is April 24th. Recurring events, coffee and conversation, games, crafts, bingo, exercise classes, Alzheimer's support group, and line dancing.
Sorry.
Getting ready for line dance.
Line dance.
Yeah, they're line dancing, sorry.
So we also have the T-shirt design contest is still going on for the 75th anniversary. So if you have any ideas for that, please submit those to the city by this Wednesday. April 25th, Chief may say something about this, but it's a drug take back and the paper shred event. It'll be right out here in front of City Hall. That's from 10 to 2 p.m., 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., April 25th. Arbor Day, I mentioned that earlier. The tree planting will be May 4th at 5:15 p.m. in the Historic District. So I encourage everybody to come on out there for the tree planting. I know some scouts will be out there, so it's always a good time. The Mayor's Prayer Breakfast will be on May 7th at 7 a.m. Tickets are $12. That will be at the Hack. The tickets can be purchased either to City Hall or area churches that are members of the Haysville
Ministerial Association.
yeah, thank you. Haysville Ministerial Association. And same day, which is the National Day of Prayer, it's always on the first Thursday of May. So at noon, the HMA will be doing the ceremony in front of the police station. So I encourage everybody to come out to that as well. All right, let's see, next we have item B, memo regarding new business licenses. We have a couple in there. Item C, Sedgwick County Fire Department Station 34 monthly report. It's in your packet. Item D, presentation of economic development strategic plan and assessment. So we have Friends University with us tonight. So if you'd like to kind of say who you are and who you're with.
Okay. Just want to introduce yourself first. And then
Yeah. Hey, my name is Sander. I am from Norway, and I'm a senior at Friends.
I'm Kelsey Kinderberg. I'm from Wichita, Kansas, and I'm a junior at Friends.
Hello, I'm Grant Wagoner. I'm a junior at Friends, and I'm from here in Wichita as well.
Hello, my name is Nicholas Foley. I'm a senior at Friends University, and I'm from Clearwater, Kansas.
And I'm Rachel Steiner. So as Mayor Russ Kessler mentioned, we are with Friends University with the Center for Enterprise and Community Engagement. And we were tasked with Will and Danielle and Mayor Russ Kessler to look at updating the economic development plan and assessments and provide some recommendations. And so what we have done in looking through the 2025 community survey, the 2024 retail study, the 2023 housing study, and 2024 housing grants, along with creating our own survey that we submitted to the city with the help of Danielle and the Chamber of Commerce. We got some feedback from that as well. So you guys should have in your packets updated SWOT analysis that we completed on getting feedback from a few here at the city, and as well as the surveys that we've had. And then we're going to go through a couple of recommendations that we have for you.
All right. First of all, thank you so much for having us. This has been a fun project to work with. Yeah, been a pleasure to get to know Haysville a little bit. So first of all, I'll keep this short and sweet. I know you guys have a lot of important information to go through, so we'll move pretty quickly here. Our first recommendation is regarding the gas station economic leakage that was addressed by Retail Strategies, which is kind of a consulting firm that comes in and helps communities with developing their downtowns and such. And they analyzed the economic situation here in Haysville and the area around it with a 5-mile radius, and stated and concluded that $100 million each year leaves the Haysville area because the residents are spending that money in either Wichita or Derby or other nearby communities instead. That's a lot of revenues for a community as your own. And we wanted to kind of dive a little bit deeper into that and how you could address it. So, in our survey, we asked the residents here how many people are actually getting their gas here. And only 36% of the survey takers fill their gas in Haysville. And we thought that, so there is a demand and supply gap here, obviously. So adding an additional gas station in Haysville that is more tailored towards the demand, and according to our study, 72% of residents would want to fill their gas, more likely to fill their gas in Haysville if there was more options here. And they were very optimistic towards a quick trip. However, we have addressed that there might be some concerns and maybe getting them in here. But we think that this gap is so substantial that it's worth pursuing nonetheless. And people want it on Seneca. So the Vickers petroleum station is actually pretty nicely placed. The only problem is that it doesn't serve gas, right? But if it was, people would likely love it. Yeah. Okay, on to the next one, social media. So Haysville, you guys post a lot across multiple medias, and it's a lot of information. It's a lot of flyers informing the residents of Haysville. But we would love to see more engagement with the community. And we think that this is a great opportunity for you guys to connect more with the community and get the word out there for people even maybe considering moving into Haysville of how of a great community you guys are, right? So out of the last 25 Instagram posts, so we did Instagram, but